Um, whatever. Man, it's kind of awkward for me to say, but what are you gonna do? You know. Anyways, man, I used to have friends all up and down here. I mean, not all up and down here, but my friend used to live right there or right there. I think it was right there, or maybe it was this one. It was this one or that one of the two. And I used to have a friend that lived right there, I think. It's at 115, right there. Or maybe he used to live in the circle over here. And I'm telling you, when I was younger, hey, look, I mean, trust me, I don't have a social life now, Mackenzie, because that's the way I choose to. It's not because I don't have a choice. It's not because I'm just some lonely dude that just doesn't. I have options. I have options, but I just choose to stick. You know, I choose to just do things alone because I'm trying to go this way and everybody else is kind of swerving that way. So I'm just doing what I do. You know. Just basically doing what I feel is the right thing to do for me. So sometimes you got to make those decisions in life. It doesn't mean you're better than people. It doesn't mean you hate people. It just means, well, whatever. I mean, you know, you see people out in public. You know, you're nice to them, you're respectful, and then they try to hang out with you. I mean, you just like, I don't know, you kind of just you know, you don't sit there and commit to nothing, but they just say, yeah, you know, don't be a stranger, I haven't seen you in such a long time, okay man, see you later, sort of thing. You don't sit there and say, okay man, I'll be there tomorrow. You don't say that. I mean, because you don't lie to people. At least I don't. I mean, I sit there and lead somebody on, but I just give them a wave and a smile, bye, sort of thing, you know. But yeah, but especially when I was, you know, uh you know, I mean, when your mom was staying here, I didn't really bring a lot of people around because I was just hanging out with her. And I mean, I brought some people around once in a while. I mean, people would knock on my door a lot, but not when she was there. You know, because I think I told my friend Jay, I'm like, dude, you know, I don't want people knocking on my door all the time because that's how it was. You know, people were just like, you know, a lot, and you know, throughout the course of the day, and it's just like, I don't know, I didn't really want that. And so you know, uh, but yeah, after, you know, me and her mom kind of, you know, that's when I just, you know, she did hers and I did mine and whatever else and whatever. And hey, just so you know, I don't want to get into anything personal, and I'm not going to. I just want to know, I don't know what you've been told, but I tried being there for your mom during the pregnancy. She didn't want me there. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I showed up at the house. She told me to go home. She lived 30 miles away from my house. Well, not, I don't know how 30 miles. I mean, South Buffalo to Boston, New York, Boston State Road. Do the, you know, Google it up. That's a long way. It's, you know, gas wasn't that expensive, but it was more or less the car ride, and plus it was gas too. I mean, you know, so I'm not gonna sit there and just force myself. Like I said to you, I'm not gonna force you to hang out with me, and I'm not gonna force her to hang out with me. I tried. She didn't want me there. She wanted to hang out with her friends or whoever else. So I said, okay, fine. I kept in contact with her through the phone. That's what she wanted. So whatever. I just don't know what you've been told or what you haven't been told. So, you know, I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody. I'm just telling you the truth. So I don't want, you know, my daughter thinking that I'm some stray dog that just goes around and, you know, not at all. But this window here on the left, the upper left, I don't know if you can see that right there. Let me see. People are gonna think I'm weird for doing this. The window, right here. See that? That window where I was pointing to. That was the living room. I mean, you can't really see it because it's trees. I don't even remember if the tree was even here. I don't think it was. There was white chairs. They were my chairs right there, and I used to sit right there. And well, I didn't really have a special chair or anything, but yeah, this place looks pretty different. Still 160, same address, but yeah, it looks pretty different. They planted some trees here, and then this these trees here, they weren't there. It was just all like you know, grass, like courtyard thing, and so yeah, yep. And then they have the car lot over there. This dude over here thinks I'm weird. The guy walking over there, he looked at me. I mean, I don't blame him. I'm sitting here with a cell phone talking to somebody about apartments. I think I was weird too, you know. But what are you gonna do? Yep. So, yep. And me and my friends used to you know, hang out over here. I don't know if you could see through that little oh, my fingers, yeah, right there. See where I'm pointing? Like that little between the two buildings. We used to go, like, there used to be a pathway like behind these buildings, to where you could kind of slide through. They tried to block it off, but you know, people kept on knocking it down, and we used to go and, like, you know, I mean, back in the day it was Wilson Farms, and it was Wilson Farms until like a 7-Eleven bought them out. I don't know, at least in Buffalo they did. I don't know if it's a chain thing or what. But that 7-Eleven now is Wilson Farms for a real long, I mean, for a long enough time. But then, like I said, well, it didn't last too long. I mean, it lasted long enough, but nonetheless, I'm trying to think what else. I'm just trying to keep this conversation going. I'll upload this. I'll definitely upload it. Sometimes when I talk about stupid stuff, I don't upload it because I don't want, you know, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't sit through a lot of these videos myself. I mean, maybe I would if I had an estranged parent just to see what the person was all about, to see what they were going to say. I probably would. I sure would. Actually, I probably would. I mean, like I said, I don't know what it's like to be in your position, so I mean, I've never been there. I know my father and my mother both. So, I mean, I really don't know what it's like for you at all. But I mean, if I could sit here and try to put myself in your shoes, you know, in you know, your shoes, your situation, I probably would definitely you know, I definitely would you know. So, but yeah, I mean, that's basically it. Yeah. Wow. So, you got to be careful with these cell phones nowadays. Everybody's bugging out, you know, because everybody, you know, I don't know. It's just a new day and age, you know, with these cell phones. I mean, you flash a cell phone at a building or something, somebody might think you're a terrorist. And all of a sudden you got the you know, Channel 4 news rolling up, and you know, it's, you know, I'm not saying, I'm just being a little over the top about this, but you know what I'm saying. All it takes is a phone call, and all of a sudden it's, you know, it's a hassle. So you know, I'm not trying to sit here with a cell phone and tape or you know, an apartment. I don't want to give somebody a reason to do anything stupid. I mean, obviously that's not who I am. I'm just talking to my daughter, but I don't know. 2016, you never know. You got to be careful with what you do, what you say, who you hang out with. It's just, you know, where the world's going. It's definitely not a same place. I mean, when I lived on this street, it wasn't that long ago at all. I mean, how old are you? I mean, to you it's a lifetime, but to me, I mean, it was a long time ago, but not that long at all. So, I mean, whatever. But yeah, definitely. And my mom actually did almost didn't move here, but she wanted to move somewhere else, but she didn't end up doing that. She was actually gonna go move more south, like not where you are, obviously not that far down, but like not in Buffalo, but you know, that wasn't available. So you know, we moved here, and I'm glad she did. I'm really glad, because if she didn't, and you know, you wouldn't even be born. So and then plus, I mean, the friends I had, I mean, whatever, it was good times. I mean, whatever. I mean, I really do. I mean, I look down you know, I don't come down the street at all, like hardly at all. I mean, I used to walk my dog Chica. Remember the pit bull I showed you? But what I used to do is I used to go behind these apartments and just let her go to the bathroom and kind of like come out the other end where I just, you know, where my mom's old apartment was, and just kind of like go down that side street and do the whole thing. But I didn't really ever walk down and really think like, dude, like I, you know, have some memories on this street, and I sure enough do. You know, wow, I'll never get those back either, man. I mean, I come on the street and it just haunts me, man, like hits me. you know. But in a good way, though, you know, in a good way. I could just sit here and I could just like I could feel like everything kind of coming back, and you know, I mean, it's like, you know, I mean, it's like, I mean, break out the Wonder Years music, you know. I don't know, but I mean, I'm just like that's what it is. I mean, I'm just, it's like everything is just coming back to me. Having that like that moment feels pretty good. You know? Yeah. Wow, they definitely did change these, you know, change these around a little bit. They sure enough did. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I'm just talking about dumb stuff. So, I don't know. Whatever. What are you gonna do? But oh, I'm gonna take a left here. Man, going down this street almost makes me want to go hang out with my friend, but I'm not gonna do it. Cause you know, when I was living on this street, he was one of my friends. I mean, not one of my main friends, but I did know. I mean, we were definitely friends. You know. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. But yep. Yes, sir. Or I'm sorry, yes, ma'am, or Miss, whoever, Mackenzie, Miss Mackenzie. Man, they even changed the name of these things and everything. Yep. I don't know. I'm heading back to my place of residence, so I'll try to keep the convo going at least until I get back there. I mean, it's a good 26, 27 minutes already. I mean, but yeah, I didn't mean to be too awkward about that whole, you know, like you know, you were conceived or whatever in this, whatever, you know. But see, that kind of snowballed into a whole lot of other stuff. So that little simple awkward moments or whatever it was, kind of snowballed, and that gave birth to, like, you know, 15 more minutes of conversation or whatever. So see how that happens. So yep.
She's crazy. You said.
I don't know what to say. Wow. Yeah, I mean, every time I see little girls like that, or just, you know, like little, I think to myself, man, I mean, like, you know, I mean, not every single time, but it's just like, I don't know. I think about you, not that you're that age, but it's just like, you know, you were at one time, and it's just like, you know, man, it's just like, I wasn't there. And it's just like, I don't know. And then sometimes I'll see, like, you know, somebody your age, or I don't know, somebody that looks like your age. I mean, 16, 17, you know, 16 and a half, pushing 17. Um, you know, like walking with, you know, I don't know if the dude's her father or what, and for all I know, it could be a stepfather, you never know. But I mean, whatever, just take for granted that maybe it is a father, whatever, you know. And it's just like, oh man, you know, it's just like, you know, it must be nice. Like that dude is probably, and her too, his daughter, you know, like both of them are probably just maybe not taking everything for granted, but just kind of like, you know, kind of like I do with, you know, my mom. It's not that I'm taking it for granted, or, um, you know, it's just kind of like, I don't know, sort of thing, you know. And it's just like, you know, you know what I'm trying to say, you know. It's just like, So it's just one of those things.